And joining us now on the phone is our Europe correspondent, Philip Williams, who's on Oxford Street, which is in London's main shopping district. Phil, what's the situation down there now?
Well, the situation has calmed considerably with the arrival of several hundred riot police, but for a good half hour it was completely out of control right here in the main street, where a mob of probably 300 to 400, I would estimate, were just rampaging down the street, block by block, completely untouched, unstopped, overturning waste paper bins, making a mess, stopping traffic, putting traffic barriers on the road to stop traffic getting through, and then a very, very ugly incident in which this mob came upon 3 riot police. There were just 3 of them, and they started attacking them, and it was looking very, very dangerous for these 3 police because they were vastly outnumbered. They were having all sorts of rocks and sticks and stones hurled at them, and then just at the critical moment, the other riot police arrived in numbers, and that saved them, I think. I would have feared for their safety if those other police hadn't arrived. But how on earth these hundreds of students were, I won't call them students because I don't know who they were, but how on earth these hundreds of people, mainly young people, were allowed with that and not stopped, not silenced in any way to walk through these streets and create the chaos and the fear, I don't know. It was quite a shock to see that happen without any police presence. But 2 policemen who were walking on the side providing reports, no doubt, to headquarters, during which one of them had his police hat stolen. So it was a pretty tricky situation there for a while, especially for the 3 riot police who really did face overwhelming odds and could have ended very, very badly.
Now, we've just been getting some pictures in the last few minutes that show Prince Charles's car arriving at in the West End, I should say. That's Prince Charles and Camilla's car that, of course, was attacked earlier by protesters. We're just seeing Camilla come out of the car now, and of course both the spokesman for the Royals has said that both are unharmed, but their car was attacked, and I believe that there was a smashed window there. So we're just seeing those pictures now of Charles and Camilla out and about. Phil, you mentioned that you don't know whether these are students that are out there. What does the makeup feel like to you there on the street? Does it feel like students, or does it feel like others are joining in?
I think there's a mixture. I think there are probably some opportunists. There are anarchist groups in this city and around Britain. They may well have joined in. It was pretty senseless violence. It was stupid stuff that would do the student cause no good. And of course, student organisers hate this. They don't want the violence. They say it distracts from what they say is a very, very strong case they have against the government's tripling of their fees. So, but anyway, it's happened, and it is happening, and Prince Charles and Camilla their car may well have been attacked by this same group, because it's very, very close to where this group suddenly emerged and started attacking one of the main shops here, called Top Shop, smashed some windows there. The police did arrive at one end of the street. They simply turned around and walked down the other way, all the way down to Marble Arch. If you know, for those that know Oxford Street and Oxford Circus, they managed to walk all the way down to Marble Arch, stop the traffic there, then attack these policemen without anyone even attempting to stop them.
It seems extraordinary that these crowds of protesters could get close, especially so close to the royal family. Was it just that the police were taken aback or taken by surprise at just how these students would react to this legislation?
Well, they should have been prepared because there has been violence before, and they were certainly on alert. They certainly knew this protest would happen, and they certainly knew the temperature would be pretty high because this was the day the vote was taken. This was the day that their fees would be up to tripled, and from then on it would be in law. So they should have expected that anger. Now, of course, in the main area around the Parliament, there were the police. It was very, very well policed. And they did their kettling operation, as they call it, which is basically sealing off the area, keeping people within that area until they get sick of it and decided to go home. But even within the Kettling area, and I think it demonstrates the level of anger, people started attacking the buildings. The Treasury building was attacked. Then another mob appeared by the Supreme Court. It was attacked and windows were smashed. And then this group at Top Shop and in Oxford Street, and it was... Now, were these coordinated actions? Were there leaders actually taking charge here? I didn't see any evidence of that. It just seemed like unruly mob rule. There didn't seem to be sort of decision makers here. They just seemed to follow each other at the drop of a hat, and there was no apparent coordination. There may have been, but I certainly couldn't see evidence of it.
Well, very unusual scenes in central London there. Philip Williams, thank you very much for that update.
Thank you.